Hello and welcome to another installment of Megan's Minute with Allergic Living. I'm Megan Lavin, owner of AllergyAwesomeness.com, and today, since we're in the thick of December, we're going to talk about holidays, family, and food allergies because sometimes those can be a tricky situation. I want to say what people need to do to keep themselves safe, especially with food allergies, and the spectrum of them varies from person to person. And of course, family dynamics and family personalities can also vary from situation to situation. So, I'd like to begin by saying that I see you. I see that if you have clicked on this video, perhaps you've experienced a difficult situation with your family over food allergies, or that you're nervous about an upcoming get-together. It can be a tricky balancing situation, and I feel for you. You're not alone, and no, you're not crazy for being worried or concerned. It can feel like a lot trying to keep yourself or a loved one with their food allergies safe while juggling traditions and expectations. One helpful place is always starting with yourself because that is where you have the most control. Examine what expectations and pressures you're feeling. Ask questions about them. Are they helpful to carry forward? Do you need to drop some of your expectations or people-pleasing or other factors that are possibly giving you some of that pressure? Do you need to let go of what a certain aunt or cousin may think of you? I have, and I still work on it. Is there something without even involving anyone else that you could do for yourself to make this situation lighter? If so, you should do it. Then, while still keeping the focus on yourself, is there something you could do to improve your communication? It's easy to think relatives should just get it, or that you've already explained it. But think back, have you really? Is there another way you could help them grasp the severity and the different safety procedures you need in place? Are they visual? Do they need to watch a video? Would it help if it was written down? Do you need to have a heart-to-heart or a one-on-one? One thing I really recommend is the book Crucial Conversations. This is a really great place to start to make sure as you're trying to remove as many hindrances to the communication as possible that you're doing your part. And if perhaps you feel you haven't set good boundaries in the past, guilty. I think many of us have fallen into this category. There's lots of great material out there that you can study up on from Dr. Brene Brown or Dr. Nicole LaPera. There's all sorts of stuff out there. The next thing I want to point out is that you won't find me telling you, well, you should do X, Y, and Z this holiday season. I used to. And when food allergies were new to my family, I often wanted something black and white like that because it felt safer to have someone spell it out for you, right? This, and this. But what I found is that after dealing with food allergies for over a decade, I can tell you no one's going to be able to tell you exactly what to do. They can't. They don't know your situation in and out like you do. You really have to be flexible, and things can even change from year to year. Only you know your family's personalities, if they're going to be compliant with your requests, and what you need to do to keep yourself safe. Here's some examples. For us, and ways it's changed. Our sons, as they have gotten older, we have felt that we've had more leeway in activities that we participate in. I know now that they're old enough to ask questions. They've shown they can be responsible and be cautious, which then gives us freedom to participate in holiday activities that may have unsafe foods, whereas maybe as toddlers we did not. So there's light at the end of the tunnel. We have also had to weigh out, is this activity worth the hassle? Are we in a place emotionally or even physically where we can take on bringing our own food? Will it be worth the work? Because if it's worth it, and maybe there's a chance where you'll get to see people you don't often see, maybe it is. There have been many times where we have gone to activities, gone to the trouble to make our food ahead of time and to bring it, even though it's a big hassle, because we still want our sons to experience those traditions. There have been times where we're glad we still went, even if there weren't a lot of accommodations, and we didn't make everyone cater to us because we felt it was that important. And honestly, if you were to ask my son, he might feel a little differently. But from a parent's perspective, an adult outlook, we felt like it was something that he shouldn't miss out on. Even if he felt disappointed by the food options that were offered, we feel like with time and an older perspective, that momentary pain of eating differently, though we always do our best to have something very similar, or something he really enjoys, so he won't feel too left out, will only last a little while yet the relationships formed will last much longer. And we really do believe he'll appreciate he had those connections and those experiences when he looks back later on with more mature eyes. And there have been times where we felt it was important to allow our son to have a say. For example, there was an end of the year football party that was serving unsafe pizza that my son just didn't feel safe going to. We really hated for him to miss out on the celebration. And even though we felt like there was ways we could manage it, we let him make that call. He was just simply sick of eating differently and didn't want to deal with sticking out or being the only one not eating. There's this constant state of weighing pros and cons, and sometimes we feel we need to play the parent card and say, nope, this cannot be missed. This is a big, important family event. And other times we do feel we need to grant our son the autonomy to make his own decisions. And the fact is, there are many life situations that just aren't going to cater to our son's food allergies, especially because he has so many. And we don't want them to feel like they can never attend and are just banned to a life staying at home. And we don't want them putting those pressures on other people. At the end of the day, it's their life to take care of. So we want to go with them while they're still young to help model and show them how they can keep themselves safe in different situations. Because pretty soon, they're going to be old enough, they're not going to want us there. We've also done our own hosting because sometimes it's just easier to be in complete control. And then sometimes we've had to do things by ourselves because it's just simpler that way, depending on the group you're with. So I really do feel like there is more than one way to skin this allergy cat. Sometimes you have to be creative and not think there's only one way or the other way. Whatever way you choose to handle each event, I wish for you to give people grace. And I hope that they will do the same thing for you and give yourself grace as you're handling this. You're navigating this in real time. And my wish is that you will feel peace once you've made your decision. Wrestle it, weigh it out, and then let yourself feel peace. If that means letting go of traditions or gatherings that mean a lot to you, I hope you can grieve them. There is a grieving and a letting go process. And then hopefully you can find new ways and put that energy into finding ways to hope and celebrate, because truly there is so much light and beautiful ways to experience this Christmas season. Wishing you a very happy holiday from my allergic family to yours. We'll see you next month on Megan's Minute, and be sure to check out Allergic Living's YouTube channel to catch up on any missed episodes. And as always, Allergic Living has a treasure trove of articles on their site all about the subject that has tons of great information. Happy holidays.